Hey, how are you doing, boys? Guys, welcome to the video. So today on Master Solo DMZ, I just want to go over the menu system and how to navigate around the mission objectives. I had this from some comments from my previous video, and I asked people if they wanted me to go through it more and kind of just go into more in detail about how you can navigate and understand it. I can, and I got quite a few comments saying they would like to see that, so here we go. So basically, you got your normal stuff here, right? Your active duty stuff, battle pass. This is all the same, but now you got a wallet too, which you unlock, and we'll go through that in a minute. The thing we wanted to be talking about is your mission objectives area. This is like basically your base, so to speak. If you click on this, it gives you a lot of kind of things you can do. Now, the two main big ones are really just missions and upgrades. These two here, yeah. These ones here are things which were basically in the game before, but they're now been put here and they're easier to find. So location objectives are basically your progress towards the weapon cases. So, and the the Koshi complex and all that kind of stuff. So it just kind of gives you a good track of what you've done and what you haven't done, and what you can unlock from extracting the cases from the specific maps. That's all normal, yeah. And then this is notes to be collected, which will be tied to missions, I believe, because I had one already which was tied to a mission. So you can start looking for these notes and possibly extract them to unlock them. All right, but what we want to be talking about is the missions and upgrades, which is these two here. All right. So missions are basically the same as before, all right? This is completely the same as every other season. There's 4 factions. Legion has now been replaced by Phalanx, but they all do the similar things. They all do the same thing where there's like 6 missions in a tier, right? And then once you complete 5 out of the 6, you unlock the story mission for it. And then once you complete the story mission, you progress to the next tier, right? And it goes up to from tier 1 all the way up to tier 5. Now, the thing which has been added and is different now is there's a level underneath each one, a faction level. And you increase the faction level just by doing missions, right? So if you look at a mission here for Black Mouse, you can see if I complete Operators in Need, I will, 1, complete the mission, get these rewards at the bottom here, but I will also unlock plus 300 faction level, right? And you'll see here at the top here, it says I need 200 reputation needed for the next level. So to get to level 8, all I need to do is complete 1 more mission and I'll get to level 8 for Black Moose. And these levels are important because what they will do is unlock specific things in the upgrade area. All right, that's what they're there for, basically, for progressing your upgrade area and increasing like the amount of passive things you can earn out the game. All right, so the thing you want to take away from your factions is on Black Mouse, you want to make sure at least focus on getting to tier 2 story. All right, completing the tier 2 story. That is what I completed last game. All right, where I was getting things from the dead drop and place them in another one on the new map. Yeah, if you complete that, you then have access to White Lotus and the new Phalanx faction. White Lotus you can easily get just by doing the tier 1 mission, tier 1 story mission from Black Moose, and you unlock White Lotus. Okay, so that's how you kind of progress through these, and then you just want to start doing the missions for them and start leveling up their faction levels. All right, moving on now to the upgrades. This is the juicy part. Now, the stash first is a really important one. You got the wallet expansion. Now, all you have to do to get the wallet expansion, which appears if you go to your active duties just at the top here, you can see I've got $12,950 stashed in my stash at the minute, and I can withdraw that if I want to. I can click here, add cash, and you'll see I've got my wallet. I can add 10,000 and confirm it, and you'll see now that in my backpack, I've taken it from my wallet and I've added it to my backpack, and when I spawn in, I'll have 10k with me to take in. Really handy stuff, especially when you start building this up. If you had some really good games, you've done some missions and stuff like that, and you got a lot of money, you can then take in, like, for example, 40k and go straight to a buy station, buy a level 3 armor vest and a level 2 backpack. Full regain pretty much in a sense of your kit, your starting kit, yeah? So things like that are going to come in really handy also for missions, yeah? So you'll have things like certain missions which require you to make a certain amount of money in a game and extract from it. You could, if you got that money in your wallet, you could just bring it in with you, right? And complete it. So it's things like that is going to make the wallet really cool. And so I've completed the first thing where I've unlocked it. And to do that, all you had to do is make 100k. And you didn't have to do it in one game. You could do it in like many games, right? But once you've done and extracted 100k in total, you unlock it. And you can see if I click this on show stages, I've got the tick where it said extract 100k in cash, done. Then you start to then get the upgrades for it, expansion 1. So completing expansion 1 for this is going to make it so I have an extra 150k. So expand the wallet's capacity by 150k. That's pretty good. So you now can stash even 150k extra in your wallet, which is awesome. And to do that, it gives you the tasks here. So basically it's like missions. Yeah, it gives you like a mission you need to do so. Now, the way I look at this whole area, this whole upgrade area, is it's like a 2-stage section, right? You first got to lock like the requirement to get and be able to do the missions for it, and then you got to do the mission for it, right? So what I mean by this is if you go to somewhere like weapons locker, right, you'll see here the second insured slot cooldown doesn't give me a mission. Yeah, it's telling me I've got to reach a reputation level before I unlock the ability to do the mission for it. All right, and that's the same for everything. You got to reach a certain reputation level before you can start doing the missions for it. This one here, so wallet expansion. If I want to get even more wallet expansion from Crown, for example, I've got to reach level 4 on Crown to do that, and then it'll give me the mission to do so. All right, so just think of it as a kind of a 2-stage thing. You first got to reach a certain reputation level for whatever you want to unlock, and then once you reach that reputation level, then you can do the mission for it. All right, and that's how the best way kind of looking at it. So you got these kind of here. The weapon, the wallet expansion is definitely something to go for, and just kind of have it in your back of your mind that, you know, if you see some liquor about, wine bottles, you know, things like that, put them in your backpack, extract with them. It's going to add a passive kind of unlock for your wallet. Yeah, moving on now to the weapons locker. This is where you have all your things for things like your contraband stash and your insured weapons slot, unlocking your second and third weapon slot, and also making it so those insured weapon slots have a reduced cooldown for your insured timer. So instead of being, say, for example, an hour, you can reduce it down to only 30 minutes. Okay, and that's what you find here. So this one here, you can see for the first one, I can get a reduction for 25% of my insured slot, and then an additional 25%, a total of 50% on my insured slot 1. Yeah, now to do that, you can see again, I've got firstly the first requirement, which is reach level 3 with phalanx to unlock it, and then I'll have the thing to be able to do this. So if you want to start going for this, you can see here I've unlocked my second insured slot. Second insured slot had the requirements here, what I needed to do. It's basically one of the missions that used to be back in the days, so apart from this one. But yeah, this is one of the missions. Done that, I've unlocked second insured slot, and now it goes on to the second stage, which is now, you know, you can now reduce the cooldown of it. And then for the third weapon slot, instead of getting to tier 5 on a mission, all you need to do is get yourself 5 GPUs, 10 gold bars, 8 gold skulls, and enemy opera weapons. It's not too bad, and you just got to kind of think, if you find a GPU, you want to get out of it. And a little tip, I think I mentioned this also in my previous video, if you do have a secure backpack, you can add like a GPU, a gold bar or gold skull, whatever you find in it, extract with it, go straight back into that mission, into another like session, and extract again, and it'll count it again and again and again. Because you don't lose the items in your secure backpack. I used to do this in season 3 for specific missions when I needed to unlock specific things. So that's something you can kind of bear in mind. You don't actually have to say find 5 GPUs. You could just think, you know what, I'll make myself a secure backpack, then go and find 1 GPU, and then just go and extract it 5 times. Yeah. So that's what the weapon locker is basically. It's just upgrading your insured slots, you know, unlocking them and then reducing the cooldowns, and also increasing your contraband stash. You can see here, if I extract 4 thumb drives and extract 5 hard drives, I will gain an extra 5 slots to my contraband slash. Yeah, and I got even a lot more you can go with if you got the crown missions. So basically, if you own Modern Warfare 2, you just get a little hidden, a little juicy extra, and you get even more stash you can add to it. So it's quite nice, because it just kind of gives you a little extra if you do own the full game. Bounty board is basically, the best way of putting it is the buy station unlocks. So in season 4, you don't actually have everything unlocked straight off the bat when it comes to barters and certain things. You actually have to unlock it first, and then once you've unlocked it, you can then you know, make that barter at the buy station, for example. All right, so to reach these and unlock all this is only one requirement to unlock the whole lot, and that's reach White Lotus faction level 2. Basically, once you unlock White Lotus, again, you just got to complete the back rows tier 1 story. You unlock White Lotus, complete 2 missions on White Lotus, and you'll be level 2. And this will unlock all this here. All right. Now, things to suggest unlocking on here, or so focus for, I would suggest unlocking everything, right? If you can, but things to start off with is personal exfils. Now, a personal exfil has been reduced to 35k from 50k. All right, and it was 50k in season 3. It's now 35k at start, and the only thing you got to do to unlock a personal exfil is do 1 kill for the Helo commander. That's really easy, and we will jump into a game on this video and do that. Yeah, and then once you undo that, and then I'll show you the extras you got to do. So I'll say complete previous upgrade tier, yeah, and then we can see what we need to do for the discount, because once you actually unlock the personal exfil, you can then get discounts, and it looks like there's a 10%, another 10%, and another 5%. It's 25% in total discount from the 35k. So that's going to be pretty cheap if you complete all this to get a personal exfil, especially as a solo. That's going to be a savior. Like, that's just going to be so handy, yeah. So definitely be focusing on trying to level up this, right? Moving on, you can unlock the revive pistol. I mean, revive pistols are pretty easy to find, so I never really find this bar useful, but it's quite easy to unlock, so you might as well go for it. And that's kill the chemist. You know, so I might actually go for this in this mission too, just because killing the chemist also gives me a gold skull, which I need for my 3rd insurance slot at the minute, and it also gives me an M13B, which is one of the top assault rifles currently in Season 4. It's a very, very strong assault rifle. It's very, very strong also in Season 3. So if you can get yourself a contraband M13B, that's pretty good. So we may go for both of these in the mission we've got to. So this might be quite a long video. But we will, you know, put it in like YouTube chapters for you. Anyway. Moving on, you got things like comms vest. If you want to comm vest and the stealth vest, you got to kill the Wilson, and then you got to kill the sniper. I'm going to be doing this and attempting this tonight off stream, and just kind of working out a really good strategy for it, seeing if it's the same type of thing where you can use a bomb drone, things like that, and an easy way to get into it as a solo player without getting into too much PvP. I'll show you a way of doing so. Okay, the stealth plate, I do think is recommended, and I do think you should try and go for this, because this also has an extra stage. Because once you unlock the stealth plate by killing the sniper, you don't have to extract with anything, you just got to kill him. All right, so it doesn't even matter if you die, you just got to kill him. Yeah, you unlock this barter. You then have workbench discounts, which would be awesome. That means it means it's cheaper to customize your weapons in game. Again, 10, so 25% discount off all attachments. That's something I want to do. Yes, well, I definitely want to go for the stealth vest, and I think the stealth vest is meta for season 4. It's very, very strong, and as I said before, the stealth vest keeps you off the radar, even if they're using advanced UAVs, even if they're using a comms vest. The people using a comms vest won't get a notification saying there's enemy operators nearby if you're wearing a stealth vest. Now, bear in mind, if you're wearing a stealth vest and your mates are wearing something else, obviously they're going to be giving your position away. Yeah, so the stealth vest is a very, very decent solo vest. So I 100% recommend the stealth vest. And then you can kind of look through these other ones. Now, the other one I recommend unlocking is the medic plate carrier barter. This one's another easy one. So kill Pyro. Basically, Pyro's scattered around the place on Almaza, right? And you just need a key to get into that certain section, and you can just kill him. He's not too hard to kill. He's not too bad. Before, I can remember just using a Simtex to kill him, and that used to work quite well. Now, I don't know if that's been fixed or something again I want to test, but this has show stages. This is the reason why I want to actually do this. Isn't really for the medic plate carrier, because I'm not too fussed about it, but it's the extra stages. If you look here, you have armor plate discount 1, 2, and 3, right? It says armor discount 1, 3, 3. Loads of nice little bugs in season 4, by the way. But you can see here, each one gives you a 50% additional. Like each armor plate is 50% cheaper, $50 cheaper. Total of $150, and each, I think, an armor plate costs $250 at the minute. So basically, if you get all these discounts, armor plates, when you buy them at the buy station, are only going to cost $100. That's like really super cheap. You could bring in 900 quid from your wallet stash, which is literally tuppence, and you could go straight to a buy station and have a 3 stacks of plates in your backpack at the start of a game. Think about that. That's really awesome. Yeah. So definitely something to think about unlocking in the medic plate section. Yeah. The other ones are like good to go for. Like you if you want to go and unlock your secure backpack, I got the scavenger backpack bar unlocked just by killing the scavenger. And then if you want to unlock the secure backpack, you got to kill the scavenger 9 times. I do think this is worthwhile because the secure backpack is clutch for a lot of missions and comes in really handy for specific things. So I do think you should maybe work on doing that every single time you see the scavenger about, go after him and kill him to kind of start plonking off those these kind of like objectives, yeah, and getting that in the barter. The other one you most really want to go for is the skeleton key barter. This one's going to be a lot more harder, and I will be putting a guide out on how to kill a Velikan in building 21 to unlock the skeleton key barter, because I think the skeleton key is important to craft, and it does help you in regains, and it does also help you with missions, yeah? So I will be going over a guide on this at some later stages of the game when building 21 opens up again. At the minute, I can't get access to it. And then because you unlock this, it has an extra one, and that is the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher is a very, very strong gun in DMZ, and being able to craft this, which is pretty cheap to craft, by the way, crafting this is going to be like clutch. So this is another one that you may want to do and go for. Again, I will be covering guides for doing these as a solo player to try and make it as easy as possible, because I do want to try and help you guys out and get you guys unlocking as much as this is possible for my fellow solo players. Another really cool one is the kill streak discount. It just reduces the kill streak costs in your buy station. You can do this by 3 times. And it's the first one is kill the bomb maker, which is pretty easy. The bomb maker is not too hard on Sheikah Island once you get in there. So this is quite a nice one to go for. All right. And then the communication station is just something you may want to just kind of clock off and do, just because what they will do is unlock the daily missions for those factions. So I've already unlocked the daily missions for the Black Moose, but if I want to unlock the Phalanx daily missions, I extract 3 bottles of hydrogen peroxide, 17 acetone. I don't know where I think that's the bunker, isn't it? I think you get them from the bunker. Yeah, so I've just got to find them, and yeah, I've unlocked the daily missions for that. And then also for White Lotus, what we got to do for that White Lotus? Extract 2L Quatala planning. Easy. That's quite a nice, easy one. And what I mean by the daily missions, if you go back to the missions here, go to Black Moose, for example, the one I've unlocked it. You can see here, here's the urgent missions, the daily missions. Has a little time limit on how long you got to do this one, and it will refresh every 24 hours. You can see here, I've got to collect 4 backpacks, and I'll earn 100 faction reputation. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I guess this may go up and down depending on how hard that daily mission is. And you also get XP for it, which is handy if you're kind of, leveling up your battle pass and all that kind of thing. Really handy, for just, only 4 backpacks. It's pretty easy. You can just kind of go around and buy 4 backpacks, That's like 20k, isn't it? 4 backpacks. There you go. So, yeah. I really like it. It's just, I feel like it's just a little bit confusing at the start. It took me a little while to just like go through this and just kind of figure out what was going on. But what we're going to do is now jump into a game on the bounty board. We're going to go and do personal exfils, and we're going to do it on Ashika Island. I don't think I'll do anything else here, but yeah, we'll just go straight into the Ashika Island. So instead of going through the whole game here, I've just cut to going to a SAM site. I saw the helo come in, and I've just ran towards where it came into. I just kind of traveled to it, and going to capture the SAM site nearest to this enemy helo. Now, I haven't shoot at it yet. I'm just going to capture the SAM site. And I feel like capturing a SAM site and doing it this way is a lot easier than, you know, just letting rip on it. You can let rip on it if you're with a squad, because you got like more people looking at it, you got more firepower, and you can take it down pretty fast. But as a solo player, I find just using the enemy, using the SAM site is a lot easier, because you can kind of like just let that do the work while you defend it and look out for players who possibly could be coming in. As you can see here, the old shotgun doing its work. Love the shotgun. Shotguns are so handy against the PvE. So this is nearly captured, and what I'm going to do is, as soon as it gets captured, or just before, I'll just start shooting at it. And you'll see here, I think I just let rip into it for a little bit, just not too much, but just enough to piss it off. It's now steaming. There you go. And then you just let the SAM site do its work. You can see the SAM site is now locking onto it. And yeah, I'll just start shooting the crap out of it, basically. And it just gives you a chance to then kind of just put a perimeter and just look out for players. Because, you know, as soon as people see SAM sites going off and their halo going nuts, that they may push you. So it gives you a chance to just keep a lookout while this SAM site is doing its thing. And you can see it just destroys it there. Done. Straight away. Now I don't even loot this because I see the you know, the crate is all in the water there, so I couldn't even be bothered to loot it. All I done was I extracted, and that was all I needed to do, and it unlocked it. I saw it all unlocked. So let's head back to the old main menu. Okay, so we killed the bomb maker, as you just saw in that clip. That was the one I just done. We're now back in the menu. And what you can see now is it's now ticked. All right, even though I didn't really practically shoot it, I just used the actual we've got SAM site to do it. It did count as killing it, and we now have unlocked personal exfils to use at the buy station. And now to get the discount, you then have to carry on doing it. So you have to kill it now 4 times, and you get another discount. We get a 10% reduced cost, which is quite easy, to be honest. And I can just see a pattern of this just killing it a certain amount of times. I'm guessing that's what they're going with this. You can see, you know, it's first to kill it, then kill it 4 times. I'm guessing they kill it 8. I don't know, maybe something along those lines. And then we also killed the bomb maker in the same game, and it had the tick for it and seems to be working fine. So we've now got a 10% reduced cost for kill streaks. Now, when I was the one who killed them solo, and I've seen people saying that it's been bugged for them, and I think from what I can gather is the people who have been doing it and they're saying it's bugged, they've been in a group, and like their teammate killed them, for example, but they didn't. But because they're part of the group, they just, you know, maybe presumed it would also work for them, which, to be honest, that should be the case, but it doesn't seem to be the case, I'm guessing. I would love to know if that is wrong, though. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are in a squad and you killed, you know, a certain boss here and it counted for all of you. That would be interesting to know, and then we just know that maybe it's just some weird bug which is going around for some people. But for me, it's been working so far. We killed the, like I said, we killed the helo commander. I showed you how to do that for you, and so there you have it. I hope this all helps it just explain a little bit more and helps you kind of just work on, you know, your unlocks now. Let me know in the comment section down below if this helped, and I'll see you soon for some more DMZ. Thanks so much for watching, guys.